Alright, so good afternoon, guys. It's Wednesday afternoon here in the Philippines. It's about 34 degrees Celsius. I guess about 93 degrees Fahrenheit. And kicking about 60% humidity here today. Pretty dang warm. But as you can see, the skies are absolutely clear today. Another beautiful afternoon here. That's what just some thoughts for the day that, I think that really shocked me when I first came here. I thought I had everything all planned out. Thought I knew what I was doing. Nah, it don't work like that when you move somewhere new. There's always things that catch you by surprise. The first thing I noticed, and I guess the biggest one, is just how kind and friendly everybody is here. I mean, Filipinos will really go out of their way to help you or to be friendly to you. They're really warm and welcoming people. And that was another pretty big shock to me. I was not prepared for just how welcoming people could really be. I've traveled a lot around the world. I know you always run into friendly people, but most cultures are not just so focused on being so friendly and accommodating, I guess. So it's really nice for here. And then, I also wasn't really prepared for the real pace of life you get here. Things definitely move at a slower pace here in the Philippines. But that slow pace of life, man, it is not always relaxing. It can actually be quite stressful for somebody like me that comes from a more fast-paced part of the planet. When you're trying to get something done, and me, I'm used to getting stuff done like today. Here it doesn't work like that. You want to go get your driver's license back home, it may take you a couple hours. Here in the Philippines, man, it may take you a couple of days to get that done. Everything just moves at everything moves at a slower pace here. Especially the bureaucracy. Anything involving paper. Then there's the heat. I knew it'd be hot here. It's the tropics. I've traveled enough to know this part of the world is hot. But knowing it's hot and experiencing it for short intervals as a tourist or whatever is different than actually living it. There's a whole new meaning to it when you actually live it. And there is nothing in the world that can prepare you for the heat except for living it. Not just white people, man. They love foreigners, period, here. It don't matter if you're white, green, gray, Chinese, or what. All foreigners here are welcomed. Like I said about the heat, though, you really can't prepare for the kind of heat and humidity you have here. You just kind of have to adjust to it as you go along. Something else I really find surprising is how cheap some things are here. And on the flip side of that, just how freaking expensive some things are. Now, for the expensive side, I was definitely not prepared for the price you pay for electricity here. I pay here just running a few fans and a few lights more than what I paid in the US running the air conditioner or the heater all day and all night. So electricity is really expensive here. Food, on the other hand, if you eat locally, food is really cheap. You need a full-blown meal for around $1. But it also depends on what you like to eat. It can be vastly more expensive. I'm in Cagayan City. And you know, something else you never hear about the Philippines, man, is how loud it is here. Like, really, this has to be the loudest place on the planet. It's non-stop, day and night. No matter where you go, you got people blasting karaoke everywhere. You got roosters crowing, pigs squealing. You got traffic, just the everyday noise on the street. It's really a wild place to live. But not in a bad way. The noise doesn't bother me at all. It never has. Somebody testing their voice at 3 a.m., it just becomes normal. Then at Christmas and New Year, you've never heard noise at Christmas and New Year like you hear here. That's the time that everybody's outside, revving up their car engines and motorcycle engines, shooting off fireworks. This is really a noisy country. And I mean, you know, it's okay for me. I can pretty much sleep to a bomb going off thanks to my military experience. It's never affected my sleep at all. But things here are really different. And it's different from when you visit here as a tourist. When you leave, if you come back to live here, it's a whole new experience. It's different visiting somewhere and settling down to live somewhere. So you may come here, you may love to visit here, but maybe you couldn't live here. Maybe it's too exciting to live here for you or whatever. You know, that goes for anywhere you want to travel or move to, not just here in the Philippines. Everywhere has its own unique hurdles you have to overcome. It's cultural differences you have to learn. And then the actual cultural shocks you run into. Things are shockingly different than what I'm accustomed to. Like, especially when it comes to the food. I mean, I've always been an adventure eater. So I've never really been shocked by the food, but a lot of people are. They use parts of the animals here that you would never even see in most places. I mean, nothing goes to waste. Even down to the blood, you butcher a pig. They make a few really good dishes out of it. But my favorite is I forget the real name of it. They call it vampire stew. It's the blood, the liver, other organs there. I mean, it's really good though. And then just yesterday we was talking about fried chicken. Man, they had a breaded and deep fried chicken head there. That one I've not tried, but since I know they have it, it's on my list, and I'm gonna try that one day, just to see what it's all about. Yeah, so you know, when you move somewhere, you may think you have everything figured out, but here in the Philippines, it has a different game in mind for you. But the Philippines teaches you as you go. You'll learn hard from your what do you call that, misunderstandings. It'll show you real quick what's up. Yeah, just thinking about that earlier before I left to come pick the kids up. One of the things that really shocked me or took me by surprise when I came here, and none of them were a bad shock. It was just, you spend your whole life living one way, and all of a sudden you have to do it completely different, or do things you never really had to do before. That's been most of my adult life, has been traveling around the world in one way or another, either in the military or for work after, or just for adventure and sightseeing. But this is the actual first place that I ever went and I decided to settle in. I've lived in places for months at a time, but hell, I've been here for 11 years now. So it's really different when you move somewhere as opposed to just temporarily staying. But it's always an adventure. Every single day here in the Philippines is an adventure. Whether it's just driving to pick the kids up at school, or going sightseeing or waterfall chasing. And I've said it a bunch of times, but driving here is not for the weak-hearted. Sorry about the coughing, guys. My throat's still pretty jacked up from being sick. If it gets too bad, I'll just end the stream. I didn't bring no water, but let me get some candy out here. Maybe it'll help my throat. My throat's really dry and scratchy, and it's just raw. Been coughing non-stop for a couple of days now. It's nice to see the sky so clear today. I was really getting kind of by weather depression from all the cloudy, rainy days we've been having. But now it's just the opposite. Now I'm getting heat depression. But I'd rather be hot than cloudy and rainy, I guess. There's actually been lots of different cultural things here I've ran into. Especially the, I guess the religious side of the culture here. Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, you'll see religious slogans on people's cars, on public transportation. The culture here is really deeply rooted in religion, and the Catholic religion specifically. There's also a really big Muslim population here, especially here in Mindanao where I live at. So the religious culture here is pretty vibrant place, and for the most part, both sides coexist pretty peacefully here. Opposed to what you might hear but I'm not going to get into a religious debate that goes along with politics, and I don't talk religion and politics. But yeah, being in a dominantly Catholic country, or a dominantly Christian country, I guess, where everything they do revolves around religion, it's really different. So there's a lot of things involving that you need to get used to. It's different than in the U.S. The church isn't really part of the government. It doesn't have much of a say-so in what goes on. Here, I'm assuming, from what I've observed, the church has a pretty big say-so in almost everything that goes on. I've been to other Catholic countries. I don't remember, well, I didn't spend enough time there, really, I guess, to notice those types of things. No, I know it's not just here that the church is that way. But I've always found it interesting how the church and politics kind of intermingle in ways that really wouldn't be allowed in, like, say, the United States. And the language here is really not it's not much of a barrier you have to overcome, assuming you speak English. If you speak English, you'll have a pretty easy time here communicating. Most people here speak English. They may not always want to speak English, but they speak English. A lot of times you get into the thing where they're just shy to speak English. They think that their pronunciation and stuff should be perfect. And if it's not, maybe they don't want to speak English to you. I thought I was going to be out of school pickup duty today, but no such luck. I'm going to park here in the shade and wait for the kids to get out. Yeah, I know I told you it's like 90-some degrees here, but man, I'm sitting here in the car with my jacket on because the air conditioner is so cold. The healthcare here is something else that I still to this day find shocking. There was nothing that could have ever prepared me for healthcare here. And I'm not saying healthcare is bad. I've been to the emergency room several times now, and the quality of care, or not the quality of care, but I guess the competence of the doctors and the nurses is the same as the West. It's just they're missing many of the fancy tools here and the means. Now the private hospitals have those things. The public hospitals generally do not. But one of the things that really caught me off guard here was even at the private hospital, they don't actually keep a lot of the medications they need there. If you need a sleeping bag or you need any kind of medication, you have to go outside the hospital, buy it at the pharmacy, bring it back to the hospital, and give it to the nurse. Then they'll administer your medicine. Which I've always thought kind of weird. Especially in a emergency situation. If I'm laying there half dead alone, I can't get up and go walk to the pharmacy and buy something. That's why they always say you should take somebody with you when you go to the hospital here. That way somebody can go running around for you while you're in your whatever state you're in the hospital. And I don't know if maybe the even bigger hospitals might have their own stock of stuff. I mean, I don't know. All my experiences in both the private and the public hospitals, man, you got to go outside and find your medicine and bring it back. And that's a little unsettling for me, I guess. I'm still not used to that one. It's always my fear that if you're in a really bad way, you go waste an hour tracking down medicine outside at the pharmacy. Shit, it may just be too late when you get. Or maybe for a real emergency. I mean, I've not had a real emergency yet. Not a life and death emergency. Maybe in that case, the hospital has a supply of stuff they need. I'm hoping. That's my hope. I'm also hoping I never have to find out. Because I do not want to find out that lesson the hard way. But other than that, the quality of care that I received here, the one time I cut the tip of my finger off. Don't ask me how I did that, but yeah, I sliced it right on off. They got me in, they put a few stitches in it, pulled the skin back across the bone. I was in and out pretty quick. The other time I went to the emergency room, I was using an angle grinder, and the wheel on it exploded. Sent a bunch of shrapnel into my ankle. So I had to go get that stitched up. Now, both times it was in the public hospital. So then also the payment here in the hospital here is also quite shocking. The private hospital won't do anything until you pay first. Even, like I say this from first-hand experience, if it's a real emergency, or they say it's a real emergency, you're still going downstairs to pay before they start. Like when my wife was giving birth. The babies got stuck, wouldn't come out, whatever. It ended up being an emergency. They said the baby is in distress, and they need to do an emergency C-section. But you have to go downstairs, wait in line, pay for it first, bring us back the receipt before we start the emergency procedure. So yeah, that's how that works. And it wasn't expensive either. It was, I don't remember exactly. It's been quite some years now since the kids were born. But it seems like the hospital stay, the emergency procedure, the C-section, the medications, seems like everything was about between 30 and 40,000 pesos. And I'm not quite sure what that comes up to be, but that's less than $1,000 for everything. So paying out of pocket, even something like that, is not quite so expensive. Now, when I cut my finger off and I had my die grinder accident, both of those were at the public hospital. And for whatever reason, there was no payment for either one of those. Then my wife went and did all the billing stuff there. Then I don't know how they figure it up, but ended up there was no fee. I only had to pay for the medication that I got when I left. So medical here is not so expensive, and it's good quality medical, but major problems worry me here. And I've got heart problems anyway. So I'm always concerned if something happens with my heart, are they going to have what I need? Because I really don't know. I'm assuming if I go to a public hospital, you might be on the screwed side. But if you go to a private hospital, they got to have that cash in hand. But also maybe the cash thing doesn't really apply when it comes to an actual life and death emergency. I'm also hoping on that one because I don't know. And I also hope I don't have to figure that one out. But things are just different here. Oh, pain medication. I'm used to being in the U.S. You have a problem, a pain problem, for example. They'll give you, what is that, hydrocodone or oxycodone or whatever. They treat your pain. Here you're getting Alexan or ibuprofen. Even when I went and had a tooth pulled, they don't even gas you or put you to sleep here. I mean, they just kind of numb you around the tooth and yank that bad boy right on out. I do know that for stuff like say if you have cancer, I do know that they give morphine to cancer patients here. And then I also know, I get migraines quite often. So I was given a prescription before for a tramadol just to keep in case I get a migraine. And I don't know, tramadol seems kind of useless, I guess. I took it and I got a worse headache from it. But maybe it helps some people. But here, I guess, it's expected that life comes with a certain amount of pain. They really don't allow you get. You're not getting a Vicodin for it. That's for sure. Even before I had my tooth pulled, I had a major tooth infection. The whole side of my face was swollen up. Nope, still no pain medicine. They just gave me an antibiotic and some Alexan, which is just, Alexan is just, I think, ibuprofen and paracetamol combined. Yeah, so that you used to, so I don't know what to tell. I've been asking people before that are on maintenance medicine, pain medication, like hydrocodone or Vicodin or something. I don't know what to tell you. I know you can't get it here. I don't know if you have a real need for it. I don't know if you can have it mailed here or bring it with you. When I first came here, I was taking Percocet, I guess. So I just had an operation done. But I came with 4 bottles of it, and they never stopped me at the airport when I came in. Didn't ask anything. But I did tell them. I gave them my prescription. They were like, hit the customs and immigration and stuff. I said, hey man, I got all this Percocet in my bag, but I just had surgery. Here's my prescription for it. They didn't take it away or say anything. So man, I guess it's okay. As long as you have some kind of legal need for it. Oxycontin is the other medication you can get here. It's hard to get, but you can get it. I think you have to go through a special pain management doctor, and that is also, I think, generally only given for people with cancer. Like I said, I've got a documented history for years of having just really massive, wicked migraines. And the only thing they gave me was, the only thing he offered was the tramadol. Which comes to find out, most of my migraines were coming from I just needed reading glasses. I read a lot. I really read a lot. I never thought that my eyes were bad, or that reading was making my migraines come on. But that was the number one trigger, I guess. I have very rarely now do I get a migraine since I had reading glasses. So yeah, you gotta keep up on stuff like that. They've had my eyes checked about 5 years before. I wouldn't have suffered so much. It's actually quite peaceful looking here at the school today. There's usually a flood of people everywhere. I think we'll pull up a little bit. Get a little closer when the kids come out. And also that particular place I'm parked, it's kind of hard for something big to get past. There, should be out of the way good now. But I always end up here way too early. It's hard to judge the time. Sometimes I can leave at 2 and the hour, traffic takes me an hour. Other times you leave at 2 and you're here by 2:15. I'm trying to think, what was another big thing that I found surprising or shocking when I came here? The sense of family here. Family is really important. Family is everything here in the Philippines. Filipinos really look after their families. Family is really deep rooted. It's like for me, I don't know if my situation is normal. Hey there, AW. I'm here in Cagayan de Oro City. Just waiting for the kids to get out of school. It's about 2:40 p.m. here. I was trying to check up on this tsunami warnings they've had for Hawaii today. That major earthquake there in Russia. Yeah, I've been watching a live stream about that today. I was watching it up until it was time to leave the house. Said they were expecting a pretty significant tsunami to hit Hawaii, is what the mayor there was saying. But I've not been able to check an update for it yet. No, we've not heard anything here. I don't guess it came this way. I guess we lucked out on that one. That was a pretty big earthquake that... I don't live on the beach, but we live pretty close to it. I didn't want to drive out and check it out or nothing, but... yeah, I think we're pretty safe here. I'm adventurous, but there's a tsunami floating around somewhere. I'm not going to the beach. I've been watching the local news and stuff here. They haven't really even mentioned it. Then there was no tsunami warning issued for here in the Philippines that I'm aware of. Yeah, it's pretty blazing today, man. It's about 94 degrees and 60-some% humidity. I guess it could be worse, but the heat I'm fine with. It's that humidity that really kills me. Yeah, I'm here outside the school. There's lots of kids running around everywhere. But even away from the schools, man, there's really lots of kids here, I guess, just in general, everywhere. Yeah, I'm sitting outside the school here waiting for my kids to get out. They should be running out any minute now. In fact, I better send them a message. Text them and let them know I'm here. I always go back home after I pick them up. No plans for today. Go home, get dinner ready. Ice cream would be good. They would absolutely love that. If you can keep it from melting before you can eat it. I think it was one day last week I stopped and got ice cream for them on the way home. They always love an afternoon snack. You used to be able to get milk tea here. I guess that fad kind of faded out though. I missed that. A good cold milk tea on a hot day was good. Or for me, I'd like an iced coffee also. That's also what my little girl likes. She likes iced coffee. She'll go to Starbucks for an iced latte. Oh, what do I have in the U.S. that I wish I could find here? It's really just like simple comfort food items. I miss good mayonnaise. That for me is huge. I really miss good mayonnaise. Nothing here even comes close. And then I miss what do you call that? The frozen foods you can keep in your house, like the TB dinners or whatever. Quick, easy, microwavable burritos, stuff like that. But the mayonnaise, I can't get past the mayonnaise. I had somebody send me a couple of big jars of mayonnaise a couple of years ago. I know mayo is always a hot debate in the U.S., but my personal favorite has always been Duke's mayonnaise. The city center is just about a 5-minute drive from here. Maybe closer to 10 minutes if you have really heavy traffic. Yeah, you can make mayonnaise. It's eggs and oil, I guess. I've never tried it. Maybe I'll look into that one day. I might actually try that pretty soon. I've never really thought about making it. Oh yeah, my wife cooks good. All Filipino food. She fixes the best adobo I've ever ate. I've eaten a lot of adobos, but hers is always the best in my opinion. But let me tell you, she wasn't always a good cook. When we first met and moved in together, got married, moved in together, man, she burned everything. Eat black crusted fish, everything was burnt. I've got some pretty cool pictures of some of her early cooking days. It was learning on the go for her, I guess. But now I got no complaints. She stopped experimenting, stopped burning everything. Her cooking's really good. I prefer most of her dishes to other places. Yeah, it's hard to tell when the kids are coming out here because it's not the whole school don't let out at once. They have some classes go all day, and then other classes are a morning schedule, and then some of the afternoon schedule. So you got kids coming in and out all day here. But both of mine are on the morning schedule, I guess. Oh yeah, they can, but both of mine are a bit too young to be trying to take public transportation home. But you often see really small kids going to school and coming back by themselves. Kids here seem to grow up faster than other places. I guess a harder life makes you grow up quicker. You'll see really small kids, like 10 years old, climbing coconut trees, get coconuts, stuff like that. Or I walking really far to carry jugs of water back home. Yeah, a lot of people here use umbrellas to keep the sun off. I can never quite do that. I always feel silly if I have an umbrella out and it's not raining. Yeah, you always see people here with umbrellas just to keep the sun off of them. The sun's brutal. Yeah, I remember when I first came here, I seen everybody using an umbrella. Like, what? Are they expecting rain? What's going on? And I would just do I keep the sun off. I'm pretty sure that here is the first time I've ever seen that. Yeah, the stray dogs here is actually quite a problem, I think. Anywhere you go in the Philippines, you'll find packs of stray dogs roaming around in the city or outside the city either. They generally don't bother you. They don't mess with people so much. But just the fact they're there, they can carry diseases like rabies and stuff. Every now and then you'll see a dog catcher come through the neighborhood and clean it up. But then in a couple of days, a new pack of dogs has moved in, so it's really like a losing battle. Yeah, motorcycles are the #1 mode of transportation here. It's like you never lived until you've seen come face to face with a traffic jam of nothing but motorcycles and a few cars poked in between. But motorcycles here are cheap and convenient. They're not big bikes like we have back in the US. They're a smaller CC bikes, 100, 150s like that. But they're great. They're great for the price. They're great for the gas mileage. Only bad side is the weather here. Either you're getting sunburnt on it or you're getting wet on it. Very rarely do you see a big bike here. There are some Harleys around. There's some GSXRs around, stuff like that, but not many. I had what was it I had before? A Suzuki Raider 150, I guess, 150cc. Here is a nice bike. We had it for a couple of years, and then my wife got pregnant with their second kid. And she said, well, we need to get a car now. So she made me sell the motorcycle and get a car. I missed the motorcycle rides. Felt more free and alive. Oh yeah, I've seen those here. They have a. It's usually like a the plastic cloth looking thing that goes over it, and then they have a plastic windshield also. Yeah, you see those here. They're not so common, but you do see them. They actually look kind of funny. It looks to me like it'd be hard to drive it. Looks like a good gust of wind would blow you all over the road. Yeah, it depends on where exactly you're at. Some places they're pretty strict with the helmets, other places they're not. Man, you see a whole family on a motorcycle here. The father, the wife, the mother, and like 4 kids. People even move their whole household belongings on their motorcycles. You'll see a sofa and 2 chairs piled up on the back of one. It's really crazy what people can put on a motorcycle and carry it. They even have motorcycle taxis here. They have the back of it has a board or a bar that goes across. So you're sitting out beside the motorcycle, 2 people on each side. I have a pretty neat video somewhere of it. They call it Skylab here. Uber, I'm not sure, but we have some things that are like Uber. They got one here, it's called Grab. And then there's some other ones also. I'm not sure specifically about Uber, maybe in Manila. I've only used the Grab a few times. Then we got, yeah, transportation is really cheap. Even taxis are really cheap here. I don't know how much cheaper Grab is than, say, taking a taxi, but it's definitely more convenient. You don't have to go out looking for a taxi. You just call it and they'll come to your door. Alright. Yeah, the banana trees, they're having a program at the school, so they've got the stage decorated. They've got some native and tropical decorations going on inside. I think I seen a picture my wife sent me earlier. It was there's some banana trees on both sides. It looked pretty nice. Yeah, the wind's blowing today pretty good. Sometimes the wind blows here and it's just blowing hot oven air. But today the wind is kind of cool. It feels good. No, I don't think there's no rain coming in the near future. Alright, here comes one of the kids now. One's out, waiting for the other one.
Hi, Dad.
Abby, how was your day, buddy?
Good.
What are they decorating the stage for?
I don't know. It's not the stage. The stage is the whole cover.
Oh, they decorate the whole cover court?
Wait, let me get back up. Yeah. Just the deals of the mall.
Yeah, I know they're having an event. I just don't know what they're doing it for.
Yeah, they're even bringing more leaves.
Yeah, I just seen a guy carrying a banana tree inside.
Look, also on my
Here. Hey. Tell them hello.
Hi guys.
Get everything to see you.
Just got back from school. School's so tiring.
You hot?
No,
Not so hot today, was it?
no. School is quite tiring.
Oh, look there. They got lots more trees coming in.
Yeah, banana leaves.
Oh, they brought the whole tree.
I know, they're bringing all kinds of stuff. They're bringing coconuts, bananas.
Oh, I thought they were just bringing the leaves. They got the whole freaking tree there.
It looks like a baby one.
The base and the roots and all.
Wow. I think it's like a contest. Look at
No,
that.
no, he was born here in the Philippines, but I guess he got his accent from me. He was actually kind of a shelter from other people there for during
like a contest for like nicest like fruit stand, I think.
yeah, during the flu thing that was going around. Everything here was shut down for about 2 years. He didn't even get to go to kindergarten.
Yeah, I never went to kindergarten or oh, Chicky fell over there. See her? That's Chicky. Look at Chicky, guys.
Oh, she fell down?
Yeah, she's coming right there. You see it?
Yeah.
She's over there. She's off screen. She fell down.
What happened to that crazy little girl?
Oh no.
Did you fall down?
Yeah.
What happened?
I fall sideways.
You fell sideways?
I fall like this.
Oh, tell everybody hi.
Ah!
Hi.
Did I scare Chicky?
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
That's mine.
Whoa.
I got it. It's like ancient. It came from like, it was, Mama put that in that snack bag like a few months ago.
No. You gonna eat that?
No, like a month ago.
You want some candy?
Oh no, no.
Yeah, yeah,
This
look
from last year. We didn't have this. Mama didn't buy this kind of snack since last year.
Here you go.
This snack is ancient. Don't open it.
Oh. Dida.
How was your day?
Good. Dida. I fall like this.
Yeah.
Oh. That hurt.
I don't wait to get home to open that. It's crushed up inside. I can feel it.
Yeah.
What'd you do today?
A little bit, a little N.
The letter N? What's the sound? What's the word?
N.
Huh?
The word is N.
What word goes to the N? Nut.
Nothing.
What?
Bye, Dada.
Nothing.
Good. That hurt. And nest.
Nest? Yeah, good job. You fight.
Oh,
How about nurse?
Yeah, nurse. Annoying.
Swing. Hi, keep a swing.
Yeah, you can keep it.
Mira. Okay.
Mama coming now?
No, not yet. Wait, look what time is it? Just turned 3 now.
Now we're waiting on the third one to come out.
Wait, if it
But
says,
not the kid.
if it says 3:03, does that mean like 3 seconds?
3 minutes.
Oh.
Dada, I want a baby sister.
You want a baby sister? No way.
I want. You already have one, Chicky. You have his dog. That's your sister, right?
Yeah, you have a puppy at home. That can be your baby sister.
Yeah, she's a girl.
Puppy?
Yeah, it says a girl, right?
Yeah.
Can a puppy hug me?
Yeah.
No, you can hug it.
Can a pup kiss me?
Yeah, because it's cute. That counts as
That's not kissing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not completely stuck to them like a lot of kids are.
Look at that.
That was
But-
not
I don't like
good
being.
these days.
I don't
No
like being.
good.
I don't like Ball.
Hi.
Ball was a baby brother and I was a baby sister.
Whoa, no more kids. You two are enough.
Please.
Yeah.
I can't handle you two as it is. Y'all stressed out always, them?
Please. There'll be 2 chocolate piggies.
No, I can't. There's 2 chocolate piggies. I'm leaving.
There's a teacher that placed Bob job.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Right there, the one that passed us.
Oh, she's still not back yet?
No. She's been gone ever since like school started.
All right, guys, I'm going to end this live stream.
Why?
I'm going to get up here and check out this, so what the updates are on the tsunami and stuff. And then we're going to go home and get some dinner.
No, just 2 kids.
There's 2 kids. I'm waiting on my wife to come out. She's a teacher here. So, got 3 of them that come to school every day.
Nah.
All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching. And I'll see you on the next live stream or the video.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Did I really